What is up, McManus MMA fam? Today I will be ranking every single fight night from the great year 2025, starting all the way from the very beginning, the very first fight night of the year, to the very last fight night of the year, which took place on Saturday. But before we get into that, guys, I think I got to address the absolute love that I got on my last video. So many comments saying that the title was so terrible and that I need to get a job. All these very, very nice comments. Guys, let's be real here. Nobody who's watching these videos is making it past the first 20 seconds. I have analytics up. If you have a username that is a password that's auto-generated, bro, I am not listening to you. You guys, there's a lot of love out there, but there's also a lot of hatred, guys. Lots of mean comments. Hey, none of it bothers me. I do not care. But if you see the title, Brandon Royval has passed away, UFC Fight Night Recap, with a picture of him knocked unconscious and a gravestone next to him, and your first thought is, Brandon Royval actually died? I'm not going to say anything further. I'm not going to say anything further after that. But, hey, I appreciate all the love on all the videos, guys. I've been getting a lot of love. We're at 33 subscribers, so I told my parents they need to quit their jobs. We've made it. We've made it. We are never getting a job. We are never getting a job. But speaking of jobs, guys, let's do mine, which is rating and ranking all of these UFC fight nights, starting from the very beginning. The first fight night of the year was Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas 2. Let's be real here. Nobody gave a shit about this main event. And in all honesty, the rest of this card, I mean, the card itself was pretty good. There's tons of finishes. But nobodies. These guys are all nobodies, bro. Tell me the last time you were sitting there excited saying, bro, let me tell you, dude, Carlson Harris is fighting. That's the co-main event of the evening, bro. Who the fuck is Carlson Harris? Who are some of these people, bro? Genuinely, who are some of these people? You know, there's Marco Tulio. We know Marco Tulio. You see that guy, you go, okay. You know Jacoby Smith. Like Bruno Lopez, Fatima Klein. You know some of these guys, but for the most part, most of these guys are nobodies. You don't know who these people are. Yes, there's a ton of finishes, but at the end of the day, this is not moving the rankings. This is not changing how this sport is being fought at all. At all. Yes, Mackenzie Dern is the current champion. She fought hard. She submits Amanda Ribas in the third round. Congrats, that was an awesome win. But at the end of the day, everybody else in this card, nobody knows who these people are. Nobody knows who these people are. So, yeah, Roman Kopylov was in this card. I mean, there were so many knockouts, bro. The main card is legendary, bro. Uros Medic gets knocked out. Christian Rodriguez wins by decision. Boring. Roman Kopylov knocks out Chris Curtis. Cesar Almeida knocks out Abdul Razak Al Hassan, bro. Santiago Prozahibino knocks out Carlson Harris. Mackenzie Dern submits Amanda Ribas. It's like, holy shit, there's so many finishes. But, bro, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta put it in C tier. Because these guys are all nobodies. These are all nobodies. Yes, I know the whole point of fight nights is like, bro, dude, if you're a fake hardcore and you actually comment on this video, bro, dude, you're telling me you watched that entire main event, you watched the entire event, and you were not excited about, fucking Joe Selecki? Dude, he's actually a game changer. It's like, no, dude, I don't give a fuck about this guy. This guy's a bum. I like fight nights when the whole point of a fight night is you put a bunch of nobodies and you do 2 or 3 fights with guys that you can see and recognize. There's some fight nights in here that are legendary, generational even, and they may just have one dude you know. That should be the whole point. That should be the whole point. Is just at least like 3 dudes so you can see, dude, I know who that is. I don't want to watch a whole fight night of dudes I've never seen or heard of in my entire life. Throw them on the early prelims for me to watch and become a fan of later, because I'm not going to click on an event. I mean, I'm watching all this shit. I got nothing better to do. But I'm not going to click on an event and go, bro, dude, hold on. The main event of tomorrow night's fight night is fucking Lucas Alexander, bro. It's like, no, I don't give a shit. I don't know who that is. So, yeah, moving on. The next fight night we had was Adesanya versus Imavov. Guys, this was a terrible... Israel Adesanya was killed. He was murdered in front of all of us. Israel Adesanya has passed away in the second round. Listen, I love Israel Adesanya. I know being an Izzy fan in this day and age is like, I don't know a good comparison. Saying like, bro, guys, low key, smoking crack is dope. People, there's such a hatred for Israel Adesanya. Listen, me and him are good friends. We've met before. He's an incredibly kind human being, and he is an awesome dude. When this dude was champion, he was awesome. Obviously, he had a fight or two on there that were fucking terrible. Obviously, we know the Yoel and Romero fight was one of the worst title fights of all time. But this fight night, it's pretty good, man. There's so many decisions, So many decisions, but the prelims, we had Terrence McKinney win by knockout. Let's get it. Bogdan Grad win by knockout. Um, and we had Shamil the Blob Gaziev win by knockout. Oh, Shamil the Blob Gaziev. We all love Shamil. He's the future champion. And obviously Adesanya got knocked out. But you know, for what this fight night was, we had Sergey Pavlovich. We had Shara versus Michael Venom Page. When you think that fight obviously wasn't as awesome as we thought it was going to be. We thought when you think Shara you think Tekken moves, double spinning back fist, double spinning elbows, knockout. When you think Michael Page, you think douchebag. Like, what's going to happen? Yeah, we had Vinicius Oliveira versus Said Nurmagomedov. Vinicius Oliveira wins by decision. We had so many decisions on this card. But, man, as much as, like, I'm putting it C tier too, guys. I'm also putting it C tier. The fights that we had were good. They were good fights, but they weren't, like, outstanding. Yes, I know I just went on a fucking tangent screaming about how we need to have people that we know, and everybody knows Israel Adesanya. But there just wasn't that many finishes, and yeah, there wasn't very many finishes. I know, even if there's like a decision fight and it's like amazing, like you're telling your friends, it's like, man, I haven't gone out of my way to rewatch Shara versus Michael Page. I'm sorry, I just haven't. I haven't gone back to watch Sergey Pavlovich versus Rosenstrike. I haven't gone back to watch Nurmagomedov versus Oliveira. Just a lot of these things, man. Like, I just haven't gone back, and I'm like, dude, yeah, we gotta watch that, bro. We gotta watch that. So for that reason, I gotta put it C tier. There were some good fights in there, obviously. Seeing Adesanya get slumped, that I'm not putting that into, the contention there. But yeah, that was rough. Moving on, we had Fight Night: Jared Cannonier versus Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez, and Jared Cannonier kills Gregory Rodriguez in the 4th round, bro. I can't believe it. Yeah, man, there was a lot of finishes in the main card. Yusuf Zalal beats Calvin Kattar by decision. I sleep, but we had Jose Delgado on this card win by knockout. We love Jose Delgado. That dude's awesome. And we had Walter Walker win by submission as well, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. This card was it's dude. I might be putting no. I don't know if I can, man. Yeah, there's a lot of KOs. Obviously, I love RoboCop. I'm not a big Jared Cannonier fan, but yeah, he did get slept, and that was rough. Seeing Nazem Sadikov knock out Ishmael Bonfim, that was awesome. A lot of these fights were pretty great, man. A lot of these fights are pretty great. I can say that I said, bro, did you guys see Edmund Shabazian versus Dylan Budka? I can say that I said that. I said that. I was like, bro, did you guys watch that fight? Obviously, I'm talking to nobody, because nobody cares about a lot of these fight nights, except for me, my dad, and that's probably it. But yeah, man, this was a good fight night. This was a good fight night. This was on like a random Saturday in February. I don't think I was doing anything. I think I watched this in my room. But I'm gonna put this low B tier. This is a low B tier pick. This is a low B tier pick. A lot of finishes, a lot of guys who actually made a lot of noise in the rankings later. Jose Delgado, obviously Walter Walker, Gabriel Bonfim, who we'll see later, and like Gregory Rodriguez comes back, Yusuf Zalal. Like, a lot of these guys like make their stake in the rankings and in their division. So it's like, okay, great. Moving on to UFC Fight Night: Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Listen, man, we had some guys in here that Jean Silva's on this card, man. Jean Silva knocks out a nobody. Brendan Allen loses to Anthony Hernandez, who is the GOAT, bro. We love Anthony Hernandez. We also love Brendan Allen. But then we have a lot of guys like Ricky Simon. That dude's awesome. That dude absolutely beat the shit out of Javid Basharat. That was awesome. Modestas Bikauskas. We had a lot of guys that, who you see again. You see these guys again. They don't just get cut or, like, sprain their ankle and they're out for the rest of their lives. This is going to be a long video, guys. I'm sorry. But Song Yadong obviously fighting Sean O'Malley next. Henry Cejudo retired. Anthony Hernandez fighting Sean Strickland. Brendan Allen just beat RDR. It's like a lot of these guys. And Jean Silva, we'll talk about him much later. But the Henry Cejudo Song Yadong fight, it wasn't incredible. It was a good fight. Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez, it was a good fight. Rob Font versus John Matsumoto, bro. I can't believe that's the featured fight of the night. It's an all right fight, but Jean Silva knocking out, Melsik Bagahadarsian or whatever that guy's name is. Alonzo Manafield's in this card. Dude, and Dominic, I can't believe Dominic Cruz was supposed to be fighting Rob Font. That's absolutely insane. Obviously, Curtis Razor Blades was supposed to be fighting Edson Barboza and Steve Garcia. There's so many canceled fights on this card. Um, but dude, I might shift this around. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it right there for now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a hateful, spiteful. I'm mean, man. I don't know. I'm mean. I don't have a lot of nice things to say about a lot of people. Um, okay, moving on. We had Fight Night, Manel Kape versus Jesus Amabayev. It was supposed to be Royval versus Kape. Think about that. We could have had Brandon Royval could have passed away right now in March instead of right now in December. Dang, that was a terrible sentence. Again, that fight was canceled and Jesus Amabayev stepped up. Jesus Amabayev was supposed to fight Steve Urseg. Urseg's out. It's like, damn, bro, damn. So who do we have on this card, guys? Charles Johnson's on this card. Loses by decision. Fucking who else is Mario Pinto? Holy shit, Mario Pinto versus Augustus Lane. Banger fight. That was a banger fight. Hydra Mills on this fight. On this card against William Gomez. You guys know William Gomez. Danny Barlow versus Sam Patterson. Nasrat Hasparat, the Quinlan Salkill victim, wins by decision against Ribovics, which is insane because Ribovics, that dude's awesome. I never miss a Ribovics fight. That dude's absolutely amazing. Cody Brundage is the co-main event. That's insane. Yeah, man. Yes, Manel Kape slimes out Jesus Amabayev. Jesus Amabayev passes away. But too many canceled fights, man. Too many fights were canceled. Too many fights were shifted around. I know there's a lot of finishes. But again, man, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. Moving on to UFC Fight Night. Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe Marvin Vettori did not lock in to beat Roman the bum Dolidze. Kevin Vallejos is on this card. He wins by knockout. Awesome. Damon Blackshear wins by submission. Awesome. Who's on the prelims? Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ryan Spann. I absolutely hate Cortez Acosta. I absolutely hate Salsa Boy. He wins. I'm going here, man. Listen, just the Dolidze fight was not great. I know there's some fights in here that were knockouts, but again, they're nobodies. They haven't returned. We've never seen these dudes ever again, man. This is my preference. Tell me in the comments, because I'm sure if you've made it 12 minutes in the video, you're definitely going to comment. Let me know what you think, but we got to move on, man. We got to move on. I don't want this video to be too long. Moving on to Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady Fight Night. Bro, this is a fight night, man. This is a fight night. Main card. It was supposed to be Leon Edwards versus JDM. Leon Edwards would have got slimed out either way. JDM would have slimed him out. JDM's the GOAT. He's coming back for that belt. Don't worry, bro. Yeah, Sean Brady just demolishes Leon Edwards. Then we have Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos the Fluke Olberg. Jan Blachowicz, bro, loses by decision. That's all right, bro. Carlos Olberg, you're a bum. We all hate you. Kevin Holland wins the fight. Holy shit. Molly McCann gets submitted. Holy shit. Chris Duncan wins by submission. Holy shit. Nathaniel Wood, bro. Prelims. Jai Herbert. Loner Kavanaugh. Christian Leroy Duncan. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is a fight night. For this, dude, the Edwards-Brady fight, that was a great fight. That was an awesome fight. People, that shook the rankings up. That fucked shit up. Carlos Olberg. Kevin Holland. I mean, the Kevin Holland fight doesn't mean much. That dude wins and loses fights, whenever he feels like. But a lot of these dudes, they mean something. They come back. I know that's not what I'm just ranking everything on, but this fight night was great, man. Where did I watch this? I can't remember where I watched this. This was again in March. I had to have been still at home. Maybe no, I was in my old apartment. Yeah, I must have watched this just like, dude, I don't know when I watched this, but I know I watched this, and this was great. Leon Mumblemouth Edwards lost. I'm a big Leon Edwards hater. But yeah, man, this was a great card. A lot of people who I talk to, so many people, I have so many friends, so I talk to a lot of people, and they always talk about this fight night. They always talk about it. But I really enjoyed this fight night. I thought this was a great fight night. I had a great time watching this fight night, so I got to put it A tier. Moving on, we had Brandon Moreno versus Steve Urseg. Manel Torres is on this fight. He knocks out Drew Dober. Awesome. Raul Rojas Jr. is on this card. He wins. Awesome. David Martinez. Officer Joe Piper versus Kevin Gastelum was supposed to be on this card. Unfortunately, that didn't get through. Damn, bro. I'm sorry. Atiba Gautier is on this card. Let's go. Milqueza Costa's on this card. Awesome. Lupi Godinez. That's a chick fighter we all love, bro. Jamal Emmers, dude. I mean, there's a lot of dudes on this. Listen, I watched every fight on this card until the main event because me and Corey Sandhagen and Peyton Tyler were at the Tyler the Creator's concert with my sister, and so I had to turn the fight off when Tyler came out. So I watched everything up until the main event. Then I went home and I watched the main event, and it was a good fight, man. I feel bad for Steve Erceg because I love Steve Erceg, and Brandon Moreno. Hey guys, I won the fight. Hey, I won the fight, guys. I'm fighting again. I know I just lost a touch or a tire. I'm coming back. I love Brandon Moreno too. That dude's chill as hell. These are two chill, nice dudes who you'd probably want to hang out with. But this is a good fight night, man. This is a good fight night. I'm putting this in the B tier. I'm putting this in B tier. This is a good fight night. There's a lot of guys that I just love to see fight. Lots of great fights on here, man. With guys that you want to see again. I gotta drink some water. My throat is so dry. I'm gonna edit that out though. Moving on, we have Lerone Murphy versus Josh Emmett. I know Lerone Murphy's calling for a title shot. He deserves it, man. He deserves it. But this card, it's not crazy, man. It's not crazy. Yes, there were some great finishes in this card. Lee Chang-ho finished. That was awesome. I love that guy. Unfortunately, I believe he got knocked out in this last fight. That's all right. Dude, so many fights were on this that, dude, Davey Grant was supposed to be on this, I believe. Davey Grant, bro, what a legend. There were early prelims on this, and they were canceled. Yeah, man, there was a lot of finishes, but a lot of decisions. A lot of decisions. But was Lerone Murphy versus Josh Emmett good? Yes, it was good. It was good, but it wasn't great. Was Pat Samatini versus Joe Anderson Brito good? It was all right. It was all right. Yeah, man. Ooh. I'm gonna put it right here. That's where I'm gonna put it. That's where I'm gonna put it. Yes, Lerone Murphy continues to go on this absolutely insane win streak. He deserves the title shot. But again, man, just didn't go. The fight, it was a great title fight, or not title fight, main fight, and then there's some other all right fights in there. But whatever, man, whatever. Moving on to Ian Gary versus Carlos Prates fight night. Holy fuck! How my chair is so squeaky, man. How great of a fight would this have been if Ian Gary got knocked out by Carlos Prates right at the end? Carlos Prates was so close to knocking him out, man. I was going crazy. Zhang Wenyang knocks out Anthony Smith in round 1. Lionheart out of the game, bro. Fuck Anthony Smith. That guy's a bum. David Obama beats Giga Chikadze. Michael Pereira loses. He wasn't doing flips. Randy Brown is on this card. Randy Brown. Some guys that we'll see later. Ikram Aliskerov. Awesome fights, bro. Amazing fights. Matt Schnell and Jimmy Flicker on this card. Two just insane names, bro. Damon Blackshear. Malcolm Wellmaker. The first time we see Malcolm Wellmaker is on this card. Timmy Kawumba is on this card, bro. Come on. I hope you can hear the car driving by outside. So loud. It's awesome. Dude, this was honestly, this whole fight night was, I remember all my friends were over, we were having a great time. This was a great time, man. This was a great time. The whole main card was pretty fucking awesome. I know Khalil versus Jamal Hill was supposed to be in this card. We'll get to that fight later. That's much later. But man, this was a great fight night. I'm putting this one also in A tier. This was also, I know it's just like, bro, you are call me a casual. That's fine. I'm a fucking casual. I don't care. Bro, you're only putting guys that we all know. I put fucking Adesanya down here, man. Adesanya's one of my goats. You're only putting like dudes who are actually awesome at the top. Dude, I'm putting good fights at the top, man. Fuck you fucking idiots. Next, I gotta move on. Corey Nerdhagen versus Davison Figueiredo. Bro, legendary fight night. Legendary fight night. We started off with Juliana Miller versus Ivana Petrick. Nobody gives a fuck. Thomas Peterson versus Dontel Mays. Fucking Lee Kwang. Gillian Robertson knocks out a chick. Amazing. Osmat Bekov knocks out Ryan Loder. Yana Santos wins by decision. I sleep. Then we get to the main card. Bro, Mason Jones beats the hardest hitting 135-pounder. 145-pounder, Jeremy Stevens. And then Montel Jackson wins. Daniel Rodriguez knocks out somebody. D-Rod wins. It's like, oh my god. Reiner de Ritter slimes out Bo Nickel. Who is excited to see that? I was excited to see Bo Nickel got slimed out. I was excited for that. Corey Nerdhagen versus Davison Figueroa. Oh my god. Corey Sandhagen. Curry. Dude, damn. I can't speak. Corey Sandhagen sleeps. Davison Figueroa passes away, bro. He passes away. Bro, great fight night. I'm putting this one B tier. I'm putting it in B tier. This is a great fight night, man. The featured fight, co-main, main event, all knockouts. Amazing. We have guys on here who we will see again. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you want from me. This is my list, bro. Fuck you. I put whatever I want. Moving on. Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales fight night in May. Oh, man. Michael Morales slimes out Gilbert. Gilbert Burns passes away. But in all honesty, I hope you can hear all the cars that go by. Let's be real here. The main card was not that great. Obviously, we had Miquel Acosta win. That's great. Ruzabev, I can't even pronounce people's names, win by decision. Myron Santos, but Gilbert Burns gets slammed out in the first round. The prelims on this card, generational. Gabe Green wins by submission. Jared Gordon wins by KO. Yair Deval wins by submission. Luana Santos wins by submission. Denise Gomes wins by KO. Park Hyung-sung Park wins by submission. Holy shit, generational fucking prelims. Generational prelims. Main card is not great. It's not great. You're just looking at this on paper, bro. You're just looking at this on paper. Yeah, but I'm also going off of fucking memory when I was watching these fucking fights, bro. Hop off my dick. Yo, chill. For that reason, bro, I'm putting this at the top of C tier. Yes, the prelims were generational. Yes, the main fight was amazing. Michael Morales makes Gilbert Burns pass away. But the rest of that main card was so short. We obviously had a canceled fight, Rodolfo Bellato versus Paul Craig, which I'm pretty sure we will see very soon. But we got to move on, man. We got to move. This video is already way too long. This video is already way too long. We have so much more to go through. This is now when I have officially. I'm no longer in my home state. I'm in Los Angeles for a good bit of this. That's how I remember these things. That's how I remember watching these fights. Is where was I? Who was I watching this with? That's how I remember all this shit. So this was the first fight night when I moved away this summer, and it was supposed to be Aaron Blanchfield versus Macy Barber, but on the fight, like, we watched Mateus Gamrot beat Ludovic Klein by decision, and then they're like, yeah, they're not fighting. What? They're like, yeah, who was on the mic? It was probably like, fuck, it's probably B Cruz, so it's like Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is like, and they're not coming. The fight's not happening. Bro, are we fucking serious? Are we serious, bro? Yes, so this was technically Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein. It's like, alright, whatever. Going to the prelims, so many canceled. Dude, this fight night was so short. We had a chick fight. Alice Adderley. She wins by decision. Okay. Michael Aswell loses to Balaji Oki by decision. Jordan Levitt wins by submission. Yeah, bro. I mean, this... Dustin Jacoby knocks out Bruno Lopez. That's great. Dude. E tier. This was a piece of shit, bro. This was a piece of shit fight night. You can say what you want about the fights. There were so many fights canceled. The main fight was canceled on the day of, bro. Are we fucking serious? That's bullshit. For that, I'm putting that way down. That's a bullshit. Bullshit. Number one bullshit. We gotta move on, man. Fuck that. Moving on. Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. Man, I gotta take another drink of water thinking about this one. I was at my friend Miles' house during this one. He had never watched UFC. I was like, bro, check this out. There's some guys you might like. You know, Paul Craig, Rodolfo Bellato. Bro, you got it. Malcolm Wellmaker. I was telling him about Malcolm Wellmaker. Listen, prelims on this fight night. So they start out with a chick fight. Goes to decision. That's all right. Philip Rowe knocks out Anglusa. Round 3. That's awesome. Ricky Simon wins by decision. I like Ricky Simon. And then Jose Ocha knocks out Cody Durden. Holy shit. And then Malcolm Wellmaker gives us one of the greatest one-punch knockouts of Chris Motini. Bro, that guy looked like he was walking into a... I don't know. He walking to his own execution. Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. Decision. The Paul Craig fight, that fight was fucking terrible, man. That was a fucking terrible fight. Rodolfo Bellato wins the Oscar for greatest knockout acting. We go to the main card. Alonzo Manifield wins by decision. All right, whatever. Cody Brundage Draw overturned. It's like, okay, really? Are we fucking serious? Cody Garbrandt loses to Hani Barcelos. That's all right. Edmund Shabazian wins. Rose Namajunas wins. And then Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley. Say what you want. Call me a casual. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Kamaru Usman just takes Joaquin Buckley down, controls him on the ground the entire fight. Great. Kamaru Usman wins. His fucking knees. Him and me have the same knees right now. My knees are fucking terrible. Man, this was not a very good fight night, man. I'm gonna put it at the top of D tier. It really wasn't that great. It gave us a lot of controversies. Yes, the Malcolm Wellmaker knockout was amazing. It's a highlight forever. But man, come on, man. Come on, man. That's too easy. Moving on, Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree fight night with Ignacio Bahamondes versus Rafael Fiziev on there. Curtis Blades is on this fight night. Miktek Oralbai is on this fight night. Nazim Sadikov is on this fight night. Bogdan Grad is on this fight night. Bro, banger, 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 banger. Oban Elliott. Ju Young Park. Who else is on this fight night, man? Tagir Ulanbekov, bro. Muhammad Usman, bro. He's on this fight night. Yeah, man. Listen, I woke up early because this was. Where was this? I think this was in, like. Where was this? Let me take a look. Where the fuck was this? Baku Crystal Hall. So it was probably in Egypt or something. Yeah, Khalil dominates Jamal Hill. Just out technicals him. Just does what Khalil does best and just hits him from a distance. Knocks him down when he can. He's kind of like, I don't know. He's like a propeller. A one propeller. Like there's only one little propeller. He swings around. He just swings. He backs up and he swings in. He backs up. He swings in. That's how Khalil Roundtree fights. He obviously got slapped by the GOAT Yuri Prohaska. Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. That was a banger fight. That was a great fight, man. I thought that was a great fight. Rafael Fiziev was just taking him down. I watched this with my buddy who's, again, never watched UFC, my buddy Jake. And he had a good time. Miktek Oralbai obviously wins. I love Miktek Oralbai. Curtis Blades wins. Let's go, bro. Curtis Blades dominates Rizvan Kuniev. Nazim Sadikov dominates. Bogdan Grand wins. I know Kyoji Horiguchi was supposed to be fighting on this card. Bro, this was supposed to be the Ulanbekov Kyoji Horiguchi fight. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that fight was on this card? Holy shit. Yeah, man, it was alright. It was okay. I'm going to put this at the bottom of C tier. It's not quite D tier level, just because there were a lot of... The main card obviously had a lot of... I thought that the Miktek Oralbai fight and the Nazim Sadikov fight were really great. And I thought the Fiziev fight was great, and I thought the Blades fight was great. Say what you want about the main fight against Khalil and Jamal Hill. Say what you want, but I also thought that fight was not that terrible. Moving on. UFC Fight Night. Derek Lewis versus Taliesin Teixeira. Bro, we had some guys on here that we will see again and again and again. We had Gabriel Bonfim. Fuck you. Fucking squeaks a win out over the GOAT, Wonderboy. Wonderboy should have won that fight, man. I'm staying on that. Wonderboy should have won that fight. That's bullshit, bro. Wonderboy should have won. Derek Lewis makes Taliesin Teixeira pass away in the first round, 35 seconds in. Call it early stoppage, whatever you'd like. Slimes him out. Steve Garcia beats Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar looked like shit in that fight. That was just not a very great fight. Yeah, man. Yeah, Morgan Shire wins by knockout. That was pretty great. Junior Taffa fucking loses. Who's surprised there? Who else was on this card, bro? Chris Curtis, Jake Matthews, Walter Walker, bro. Walter Walker wins again by submission. Atiba Gautier was supposed to be on this card. That would have been awesome. Fatima Klein wins by knockout. Mike Davis wins by knockout. Yeah, man. I remember watching this at night. I made myself a steak and mac and cheese dinner, and I watched this. I think I watched this with my lady. I think me and my lady watched this. Yes, I watched this in the living room with my lady, and we streamed it over Discord, I believe. That's where all of the really great people are on this Discord. I don't know, man. I think I also want to put this, like... I think I'll put a top of C tier. I'm putting it in the top of C tier. There was some fights from here, man. Again, bro, the Wonderboy fight, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit fight. But, yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. But, this is my list, bro. Kill me, bro. Kill me. Seriously, I don't care. So, next we have Bobby Knuckles. Bro. Bobby Knuckles versus Reinhard Hitler. I fucking hate Reinhard Hitler. Robert Whitaker loses this fight. I thought that he was going to get it done at the end. Yes, he loses by decision. There was a long period of my life where I mean, you can still kind of argue it, but not really. You can still kind of argue that he won that. He beat Reinhard Ritter, bro. He beat him. Peter Yan beats Marcus McGee, just absolutely dominates him. That was a great fight. Shara Bullet versus Marc-Andre Barriott dominates him. Great fight. Asus Almabayev wins. I think he didn't he. I'm pretty sure he smudged that one pretty hard. Bogdan Guzgov wins by KO. That was great. Aaron Pico was supposed to be fighting Movsar Evloev. Could you imagine? But that kid Movsar has not fought at all. Bryce Mitchell wins against Said Nurmagomedov. Holy fuck, bro. Holy fuck. Martin Buday wins. Stephen Nguyen wins by knockout. That was great. Billy Alicano wins. That was a great win. I know I'm just reading off my fucking notes. I am literally reading off my notes of what I remember. Davy Grant, bro. Davy Grant's in this one. Davy Grant wins, bro. I know. Davy Grant actually wins fights, guys. Yeah, man. Bryce Mitchell beating Said Nurmagomedov. That has to be in the books as one of the greatest feats of all time. Yeah, man. Listen, I would have really, really liked to see Movsar versus Aaron Pico, but that kid Movsar's never gonna fight again, bro. Fuck Movsar Evloev. But the main fight I thought that was a great fight between Robert Whitaker and Reinhard Ritter. Really, really high level, great fight. Peter Yan, Marcus McGee fight, great fight, and it's insane that Peter Yan bounces back from that win to win over Marab. I actually can't believe that shit. Shar Bullet wins. Asus Amabayev wins. Main card is great. I enjoyed watching this one a lot. B tier. It's got to be B tier. I watched this one by myself because it was in the morning. I have to sneeze, but it's not going to happen. Maybe it is. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, moving on to Tatsuro Taira versus Hyung Sung Park. It was supposed to be Amir Amir Albazi versus Tatsuro Taira. Excuse me, bro. I'm so sleepy. I gotta get ready to take a final in a minute here. So, yeah, man. We were supposed to see. I don't think there was any like really great fights that we were supposed to see that were canceled. Dude, every single fucking fight night there's a canceled fight. Besides the main fight, I thought Hyung Sung Park. He did the best that he could, man. But Tatsuro Taira, this kid's sharp. This kid's sharp. I like this kid, Tatsuro Taira. I like this kid. He's fighting Joshua Van for the title next. That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be in Japan. I also love the poster of this one. I know that has nothing to do with it, but I love this poster. I love the names on the side like that. This is a great looking poster, man. One of these days, I'm gonna buy this signed poster. One of these days, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy it for myself. Esteban Ribovics is on this card. I absolutely love him, and he put on a barn burner. This was a close fight against Elvis Brenner, bro. That was a close fight. Chris Duncan, Loki kind of smudged the shit out of Mateus Rebecki, bro. Loki smudged the hell out of him. Neil Magny wins by knockout. Yeah, he can do that still. Kevin Vallejos wins. That's awesome. Prelims were pretty great. Rinya Nakamura wins. Let's go. Nihongo, bro. The Nihon boys are winning. Rodolfo Vieira wins. Andre Puliev wins. Yeah, man, I remember watching this one. I had one of my roommates over the summer was kind of like a spaz. He was like a weirdo. And he was like, dude, Hyung Sung Park's going to win because I'm part Korean. I was like, all right, man. Tatsuro Taira's going to dominate him. And he was like, no, dude, you're an idiot. And then he was being mean and nasty. And then Hyung Sung Park loses by submission. He gets submitted in the very early second round. And then he just left. I'm going to put this one at the top of C tier. There were some smudges, man. There's some also fights in here that I just really didn't care about. Obviously, like Tyra's opponent pulling out, that's a bummer. But whatever, man. Whatever. Moving on. This is in the wrong spot, bro. I gotta move this, bro. It's one more. It's Roman Dolidze. Bro, this guy's a bum. Versus Anthony Hernandez. Holy fuck. I genuinely forgot this was a 5-round fight. This is the first fight night when I was back home. And I watched this with, I think my entire family was over. If I'm correct, I think my entire family was over. Yes, this was the Kazama fight. Yes, my entire family was over and we watched fucking Urus Medic slime out Gilbert Urbina, and we watched Elijah Smith literally kill uh, Toshiumi Kazama, bro. That guy actually died. Let's be real here. That guy literally died. He Rampage Jackson slammed him. And then I forgot that the Delidze Hernandez fight was 5 rounds because Anthony Hernandez was beating the ever living shit out of Roman Delidze. I was like, dude, who the fuck? I knew who Delidze was, but I was like, is Delidze? I knew he was bad, but he's fucking horrible. I'm like, did they just grab some random dude and put him in a fucking Delidze costume? No, Anthony Hernandez embarrassed him. This was he's standing fucking guillotined him, bro. It was holy shit. I forgot this was a 5 round fight until we entered the 4th round. I'm like, oh my god, we have another round. I was about to turn the TV off. I was like, bro, Anthony Hernandez won. All right, cool. I was gonna turn the TV off, and I was like, oh shit, we have another 2 rounds. I forgot. Um, yeah, that was an absolutely incredible fight. Steve Urseg, bro, he barely wins. He barely sneaks a win out of Ode Osborne, bro. It was scary. I thought he was gonna get slimed out. Um, excuse me. Lots of decision machines. John Matsumoto. That was a great fight against Miles Johns. Christian Leroy Duncan slimes out Eric Anders. That was great. That was awesome. Andre Fili versus Christian Rodriguez. Some would argue. Some would argue that's a steal. Angela Hill fought on this card. I know everybody loves her. Yeah, man. I honestly, dude, I'm putting this high B tier. I'm putting this maybe top of B tier. There were some fights in here that were so memorable that I still talk about them to this day. To this day, I still bring up the Elijah Smith fight. To this day, I still bring up the Anthony Hernandez fight. Like, I still talk about those fights to this day. This was a fucking awesome card. This was an awesome card. Moving on. To Johnny Walker versus Zhang Mingyang. Johnny Walker does Johnny Walker things and fucking flukes a win over Zhang Mingyang with fucking leg kicks. Then we had Aljamain Sterling versus Brian Ortega, which, yeah, man, that was a pretty great fight. Aljo just dominated Brian Ortega. Dominated him. Sergey Pavlovich, he won. Yeah, this was really early in the morning, bro. This was super early in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. I had to wake up and then I rewatched this whole thing because I'm not waking up that early. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm a casual. Fuck you. Kyle Dawkins knocks out Michael Pereira. That was crazy. Kyle Dawkins was on the map at that point. Um, Charles Johnson fucking flukes to win over Loner Kavanaugh, bro. Oh my god, bro. People forget, man, before that Loner Kavanaugh was winning. Charles Johnson, the king of fucking sliming these young fucking hotshots out. He's the king of this shit, but hey. Loner Kavanaugh will be back. Yeah, man, this was okay, man. This was okay. I loved the co-main event. The main event was ridiculous. I did like seeing Sergey Pavlovich beat Waldo Cortez Acosta. That was great. I fucking hate Waldo Cortez Acosta. We'll talk about him a lot because he comes up like 7 more times here. I fucking hate that guy, but yeah. Dude, I don't know where I want to put this, man. I don't know where I want to put this. This is hard for me, man. Yeah, that looks right. I know I'm putting so many things in C tier. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, God, don't get me started on this next one. We have Nasruddin Imavov versus Kyle Barharla. I don't like Kyle that much. He is so overrated. People talk about Kyle Barharla like he's like the second coming of Christ. He's not that great, man. He's really not that great. Nasruddin Imavov kind of just, I don't know, he dog walked him. I don't want to say dog walk, but he really just beat the shit. Mauricio Rufy on the co-main event. You better lock in against fucking Fiziev, bro. I don't know how they're giving him Fiziev. He landed 6 strikes in 2 rounds, bro. He looked like dog shit in this fight. He looked fucking horrible. And Benoit Saint Denis dog walks him. And people I fucking hate. Dude, don't get me started. I do not like French people. French people are fucking mean and nasty. Yeah, man. William Gomes wins. Modestas Bukauskas slimes out Paul Craig at the very end of round 1, and then Paul Craig retires. That was kind of a bummer. I like the Bear Jew, bro. Is it crazy to say that I like Paul Craig? I like Paul Craig, but we need to talk about these prelims. Generational. First fight, Sam Hughes wins by submissions. Second fight, Renat Fakaherdiev. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's last name. Wins by KO over Andres Gustafsson. Third fight, Robert Brachez knocks out Brad Tavares. Next fight, Sam Patterson knocks out Trey Waters. Next fight, Kyle Fernandez knocks out Harry Hardwick. Leg kicks, or not knock out. TKOs him with leg kicks. Ante Delija knocks out Machin Tybura. And then Omar Side knocks out Brenson. All finishes on the fucking. And then William Gomez wins by decision. Okay. And then Axel Solo slimes out Rice McKee. And then Mason Jones slimes out Bully Oki. And then Mateus Bakauskas slimes out. I'm sorry. As much as I fucking hate Kyle Berharlo and I hate Benoit Saint Denis, this was a generational card though. So many finishes, bro. So many finishes. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous how many finishes on this card. This card went by so fast. I was so mad watching this because my favorite guys were losing. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Mauricio Rufy put on the worst performance I've ever seen him ever put on, ever. So, fuck that. We got to move on to UFC Noche. Lopez versus Silva. Holy shit. Generational, generational, generational. Let's just go down. So, Diego Lopez slimes out John Silva. He was losing that second round. Amazing fight. One of the best performances of the year. Rob Font loses by decision to David Martinez. David Martinez beat the brakes out of Rob Font. It was amazing. Rafa Garcia slimes out Jared Gordon. Kevin Gastelum wins by decision. I can't believe it. Alexander Hernandez slimes out Diego Ferreira. Santiago Luna slimes out Kwang Lee. Going to the prelims. Tudorific. That's a crazy ass name. I don't know. Duskov. Duskov slimes out, submits Jose Mediev. Decision. No contest, draw. Oh, that was, Dumas got kicked in the dick, and they had to call that one. That was a bummer. But bro, this main card, it's so good. This main card is so good. Obviously, the main fight was amazing, but this main card was so good. I'm going to put this in A tier, too. This was such a great card. This was such a great watch, too. We made tacos. We had a great time. I know it wasn't as late as it normally is for these fight nights, but this was a great time watching with my friends, man. We had a great time watching this. What a great card, too. Such a memorable, such a great card. Amazing. Loved it. Moving on to Dominic Reyes versus Carlos Ulberg, bro. I'm going to edit out every single time that I'm drinking. Man. So, Carlos Ulberg flukes a win over Dominic Reyes. I'm joking. Jimmy Crute wins by submission. That was great. Jack Jenkins wins over Roman Tavares. It was a pretty good fight. Neil Magny flukes a win over Jake Matthews. I could not believe this shit. I thought Jake Matthews was looking good. Obviously he was not fighting very well, but he gets submitted. I thought he was gonna. And Tom Nolan gets a submission win. Dude, how good were these prelims? Let me go back and remember how good these prelims were. Navajo Sterling wins by decision. Yeah, that was good. Rodolfo Bellato, fuck you, buddy. Cam Ralston wins by knockout or KO TKO. And then Brandon Pierkick wins as by finish as well. Man, this was a average fight night, man. I'm not gonna put this in C. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in C. I'm gonna put this at the bottom of C. I'm sorry. I know I'm putting everything in fucking C tier. Trust me. There will be an S tier. If not, then I'll move Mavov. I'll move this to S tier. Even though this is bullshit, I might move it to S tier. Yeah, man, I don't know. I watched this one by myself. I think my lady came over at the end and watched me be very sad. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Not my favorite, man. Not my favorite. Just not very memorable. There were some good fights in there. Obviously, the Navajo Sterling, bro. I love that guy's name. Yeah, it's just all right, man. This video's already way too long. Nobody's watching this video except people I know in real life. So let's get real. Moving on to the greatest moment of everybody's life: Charles Oliveira versus Mateus Cameron. I know it's supposed to be against Fiziev. I don't care, bro. The outcome would have been the same. Charles Oliveira is my GOAT. I was so happy to see him bounce back. I was jumping up and down. I think we walked to Taco Bell to get some food after, and I ran into one of my professors, and I was like, "Bro, Charles Oliveira just won. Get excited. Get ready." He was at a bar, and he was like, "Bro, like, are you coming to the bar?" I'm like, "Fuck that. I'm getting Taco Bell, bro. Charles Oliveira just won." Davison Figueroa beats Montel Jackson. That was not a very great fight. There was like in between 3 rounds, I think total there was like 50 strikes. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Joel Alvarez literally beat the ever-living shit out of Vicente Luque. I think he landed 200 strikes. Yeah, buddy. You lose. Like, you lost, bro. Mario Pinto. Oh, dude, what a performance over Joanna Diniz, bro. Oh my God, what a fucking performance. Such a good performance by him. Con Offley beats Ricardo Ramos, bro. Submits him. Great. There was like two strikes totally thrown. Prelims. I'm pretty sure the prelims were pretty fucking awesome too. Yeah, Michael Aswell slimes out Lucas Almeida. Rafael Filo submits Clayton Carpenter. Yeah, dude, these prelims were fucking generational, bro. Holy shit. I know Walter Walker was supposed to be on this, but he comes back. Don't worry, he comes back. Um, yeah, man, these were, bro. I don't want to say just because Charles Oliveira won that I want to put this in S tier. I'm not gonna do that for my Charles Oliveira lovers. But this was a great card, man. This is a great card, bro. Look at these fights. Obviously, the Co-Man was not very good, but the Joel Alvarez fight was great. Mario Pinto fight was amazing. Can Offley submission. Michael Aswell KO. Filo submission. Vitor Petrino knockout. Patrice Mesquita submission. Lucas Rocha. That was a great fight. He landed like 200 strikes as well. KO submission. Mainly finishes, bro. Mainly finishes. This was a generational card. This was an awesome card. Moving on to Brendan Allen versus Reiner de Hitler. This is when my YouTube channel was made, guys. My YouTube channel has officially existed at this point moving forward. So I've talked about this. We'll talk about this fight night. Kyle Nelson fight. It was pretty good. Kyle Nelson absolutely fucking beat the shit out of Matt Favola. Charles Jourdain slimes Davy Grant out. It was fucking murder. He makes him pass away. Manon Fira absolutely slimes out Jasmine Jasdovizius. I can't speak, bro. Forget it. Eamon Zahabi flukes a win over Cheeto Vera, but Cheeto Vera fought like shit. Kevin Holland loses by decision after getting kicked in the dick. Yeah, and then Brendan Allen puts on like the greatest performance ever and makes Reiner de Hitler fucking wave the white flag. But these prelims were also generational. We start at Melissa Crode wins by knockout. Congrats to her. Then Yusuri Belligori wins by knockout. Amazing. Stephanie Luciano wins by submission. Amazing. Danny Barlow loses by decision, bro. This was a close fight, dude. That was a close competitive fight. Bruno Silva submits Hyung Sung Park, bro. That bummed me out. I like Hyung Sung Park. Cody Gibson gets slimed out by fucking Ari Klang, bro. Holy hell, just slimes him out. Drew Dober knocks out Kyle Prepolik. I'm putting A tier too, bro. Generational. This was a fucking great card. Obviously, I fucking hated the Eamon Zahabi Marlon Vera fight. The Mike Malek Kevin Holland fight sucked dick too, but everything else, man, was really great. This was a great card. And then we moved to the slop, bro. We have a couple of fight nights, 2 fight nights in a row that I called slop. People were calling me a casual. I am a casual. Fuck you. You haven't even made it. If you're calling me a casual, you have not made it 48 minutes into this video. Fuck you. Steve Garcia versus David Onama. I thought that David Onama would actually be able to get it done here. Get slimed out in the first round. Then we have the craziest betting scandal of all time, the Isaac Dolgarian fight. Craziest betting scandal of all time. Dude was like the betting favorite, then just looks like shit. And, you know, whatever. Charles Radke wins by submission. Alan Nascimino wins by decision. That was great. But the one fight that pissed me off so much on this fucking fight card was Ante Delija versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. So Ante Delija knocks him out, wins by KO. Then they wave their hands. They've stopped the fight, and then they go, well, there was an eye poke. There was kind of an eye poke there, so let's start the fight over again. What do you mean start the fight over again? What do you mean? The fight's over. You've waved your hands. The fight's over. And then Waldo Cortez Acosta slams out Ante Delija. And then that started this whole arc of Waldo Cortez Acosta just being such a dickhead, bro. I fucking hate this guy. I hate him so much. The prelims were pretty good. They were pretty good. The Timmy Kwamba fight, Timmy Kwamba, bro, arguably should have lost that fight versus Chang Ho Lee. Billy Elikana submits Kevin Christian. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yes, Steve Garcia sliming out David Onama was awesome, but I'm putting this top of D tier, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. This brought us a lot of controversy, and overall, this just wasn't an awesome card. Obviously, my video on this, I already have it covered, and you guys left some really positive comments. Moving on to Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. I had Randy Brown winning this fight, and he gets slimed out in the second round, bro. Come on, bro. However, this main card, every single fight was a finish. Christian Leroy Duncan slimes out Marco Tulio. Chris Padilla slimes out Ismail Bonfim. Amazing. Uros Medic slimes out Muslim Salikov. Bro, rip Muslim Salikov. Joseph Morales submits Matt Schnell. Amazing. My dad went and got watered before that fight started, and he came down. The fight was already over. Prelims, however. So we start off. Zachary Reese submits Jackson McVeigh. All right. Daniel Marcos submits Miles Johns. Okay. Denise Gomes versus Pennington. I'm not going to pronounce these names. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know names, bro. I'm sorry. Then we have Josh Hockett slams out Max Ganese. Jacqueline Cavalcanti wins by decision. Okay. Harney Barcelos wins by decision over Ricky Simon. That was a close fight, man. That was a close fight. I understand Harney Barcelos won that fight. I understand. And then Jamal Emmers versus Hyder Emil wins by decision. Another super close fight, man. But obviously the takedowns got him that fight and the submission attempts. Whatever. Again, man, I'm going to put this one over top of C tier. Just because the main card was so generational. Yeah, I'm gonna move it up to B tier. The main card was just too generational. It was too generational. Moving on, guys. This might be the one. This might be the one. Holy fuck. Okay. Main card. We have Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. Holy shit, what a great fight. Arman Tsarukyan absolutely puts on a masterclass performance, coming back, fighting Dan Hooker. Amazing. Ian Gary dominates Bilal Muhammad. Say what you want, man. Say what you want, bro. The strike numbers were too close. You didn't watch the fight. Volkan Ozdemir slimes out Alonzo Manifield. Slimes him out. Miktek Oralbai slimes out Jack Hermanson. Amazing. Shamil Gaziev gets fluked. Waldo Cortez Acosta flukes a win over the future heavyweight champion of the world. I can't believe it, guys. I can't believe it. Kyoji Horiguchi puts on one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in the flyweight division. He puts on a generous... I'll talk about my favorite performances of the year in a video next week, but that will be on there. Luke Riley slimes out Bogdan Grat. Amazing fight. Nicholas Dalby wins over Sagid Ismail. Super close fight, but understandable. Asus Almabayev wins over Alex Perez by submission. Great fight. He was losing that fight and he submits him. Amazing standing guillotine. Or it was like he locked the guillotine. He was like a standing rear naked choke. It was amazing. Another submission by Abdul Raham Yakhmaev. Bro, I'm sorry. Submission. Alessandro Topuria. I know I was kind of dogging on that fight when I did my recap video, but honestly, looking back on it, it wasn't that shitty of a performance. Bexat, I mean, it wasn't just like a game-changing performance, but it was a good performance. Ismail Narrative killed Ryan Loder. It was terrible. Nurlio Aliev wins. Denzel Freeman wins. Bro. I'm sorry. S tier, bro. And you know what? I'm moving this one up to S tier as well. Fuck it. S tier. Holy great. What a great card. Obviously, Shamil Gaziev getting fluked over was not my favorite, but Kyoji Horiguchi, one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. Miktek Oralbai is the future champion of the welterweight division. Volkan Ozdemir slimed him out. Amazing. Ian Gary beats Bilal Muhammad. I fucking hate Ian Gary, but I hate Bilal Muhammad more. Arman Tsarukyan slimes out Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker bounces back, and he will be fighting Benoit Saint Denis. If he loses to Benoit Saint Denis, you're the worst fucking guy ever, bro. Fuck you. Amazing card, bro. It was a great card. Moving on to the... Finally, I know this video is so long. If you made it to this part of the video, what are you doing, bro? What are you watching my videos for? To Royval versus Cop. Guys, I hope the upload images. Yeah, guys, we will be uploading images. No. Okay, no, that's not what I want to put it. All right. Well, it's done. It doesn't want me to put shit down there anymore. Whatever. Listen, my last video is getting a lot of really good reviews. This whole fight night, dude, I'm gonna put this. I'm just gonna put it here for right now. I thought that this fucking fight night, the prelims were so long, bro. Yes, I like seeing Yaroslav Amosov submit Neil Magny. Yes, Stephen Asplin gave us one of the greatest performances I've seen. And then it just slugged along, bro. It slugged along. King Green fight was not great. The fucking heavyweight draw. Yes, Miliquez Acosta wins by knockout head kick. That was incredible. Cesare Olajaychuk, terrible fight. Kevin Vallejos knockout was great, and the Manuel Cop, he killed Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval passed away. But really, man, Let's get real here. Let me move this a little bit so you. No. Hold on. I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm gonna edit this part out when I'm gonna edit this part out. But yeah, man. This is my. I don't know. I've explained in my last video. If you know, you know. Um, this is my final ranking of my favorite fight nights and everything from the year. I know I put a lot in C tier, but listen, bro. I'm sorry. I don't have the greatest memory. If I remembered something incorrectly, if I made some terrible takes, please let me know in the comments below. I know you probably have not made it to the end of this video, unless I know you in real life. Because let's be real here. I have analytics, guys. I can see that only fucking like 7% of my viewers make it past the first 20 seconds. You guys click on, you hear my voice. Listen, I understand. You click on, you go, bro, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not listening to this. Wait, Brandon Roval actually didn't die? I'm out of here. Like, dude, fuck you. Um, yeah, guys. I will be getting us through this 6-week drought of no UFC where we all will be so sad. But I've got some pretty awesome videos planned. This is a really long video. I appreciate if you made it to the end of this video. Um, all 4 of you, but yeah, guys, this is it. This is it. This is the end of the video. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. Peace.